How's it going, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of Random Thoughts. I'm kind of going to get going relatively fast. If you guys saw the post prior, this is going to just be Random Thoughts with Nicholas Casanova, which is obviously me. This is my home. Welcome. Basically my office for now. Random thought number 1. The question is, how do you know you are an entrepreneur? And there's multiple reasons. I'm not going to sit here and tell you every single reason. It's just this one thing that happened the other day that really spoke to me, and I felt the need to get this out there and not just type it. I wanted you to see the passion that came behind, the words, and from how I felt in that moment. So how do you know you're an entrepreneur? Well, kind of to sum it up, kind of what happened was, towards the end of every month, I feel that every business owner, especially ones with, brick and mortars, bills have to get paid. And sometimes those bills are extremely high. And for us, that's just what it is. And so towards the end of every month, you're kind of it's tight. Things are rough. And so what happened the other day was, it comes to the end of the month, and it's typically towards the end of the month for us, it's like a $10,000 swing between multiple bills and whatnot. And then, but at the same time, we had extremes amount of inventory coming in this past month, abnormally high. Great stuff, but we're putting out cash like crazy. So anywho, we got these bills to pay. Our account's looking like, we can pay for those bills, but that's it. It's getting super, super tight, and I'm sort of freaking out. And so I wake up in the morning, naturally, and I go to the gym, go work out, and in my brain, I'm just going and going and going and thinking, okay, how are we gonna counter this? How are we gonna make things work? Because with if you got X going out of your account, and you have X in your account, it's just simple math. So you gotta know you have to have enough. And so it was getting too close for me, and so I'm at the gym. I'm just cruising on the treadmill, and I'm coming up with ideas, and then I come home and I tell Brooke, I say, hey, here are these ideas. This is what I'm thinking. Blah 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 blah. And then I get into the car to head to the shop for the day, and that's when I realized I had this just moment. This moment of things aren't in this situation, things aren't great, right? Things are tight. This is where you can stress. This is where you can freak out. This is where, some people might just lose it, right? And instead, I was in the car, I was listening to some music, whatever, probably had my headphones in, and I was just pumped. I was just oh, I can't wait to get to the shop. I'm going to try this, I'm going to do this, and I'm just coming up with that, and I had some adrenaline. I don't know, it was crazy, and that's when I was man, I gotta document this, and that's when it hit me. I was this is the makings, or this is in the DNA of an entrepreneur. Whenever, you're in the fourth quarter down by 10, and you're give me the ball, put me in, I'm ready, Jordan was never worried at the, end of the fourth quarter. He wanted the challenge, and he stepped up to the challenge. And so that's just it. That's one of the characteristics, is that, in those situations of, dire stress, or, you might be losing your business, whatever it may be, are you the person who thrives in that moment and craves that moment and it steps up to the challenge? Or, are you the person who kind of freaks out and kind of doesn't have the ability to kind of sit back for a second and honestly just brainstorm, come up with the idea? There is no the option of failure is not an option in your mind. That's not happening. So I'm going to come up with this, because if failure, if saying I can't do this is in your vocabulary, then yeah, then it's not in your DNA, So you have to ask yourself, who are you? Are you the Jordan in the fourth quarter? Or are you not? And that's just going to be one of the ways that you're going to be able to tell that you're made for this and you got the thick skin to be able to go with the blow. With each punch, you're able to take it. So yeah, that was the moment I had. I wanted to share with you guys, and I want to know what you guys think. And if you've had that moment, I want to hear about it. Tell me about it. And let's start, a dialogue, and let's just chat. Because it's exciting. I was stoked. I was excited. So I want to hear what you guys think. So, hit me up. You guys know how to contact me. There's so many different ways. Instagram, Facebook. My number is on the website. And let's talk. I want to hear your guys' story. All right. Thanks, guys. Cheers.